17 is 90 degree to the left, 250 uphill. You cannot throw it level. You have to throw it up in the air to get it to the basket. So these guys will be throwing up in the canopy, trying to let it fade in. Ladies starting out on 17 for their second round. Sarah Cunningham putting it up there high right below the basket. Great shot. Ellen, a little low. Can she get a scoot? Kelly, forehand. It's a tough forehand, but I've seen it aced forehand. She hits early, bottom of the hill. Ellen, perfect upshot. Kelly's going to try to run this, I'm sure. A little bit low, good upshot. Great bird for Sarah. Tap in par for Kelly and Ellen. It's a solid start. 18 is a tricky drive. If you're not going to throw a roller, then it's a putter to the green spot there in the middle of the woods. Then it's a nice 350 uphill to the basket. Pretty wide open, but it depends on where you leave your first shot. First shot for Sarah. Sawed off early. Luckily fairway. Ellen trying to do the same thing, little forehand around the corner, flares up nicely. A little bit deep to the right, but she can work with that. Kelly crushes it straight into the woods. That's going to be a tricky second shot. Forehand through the gap for Sarah. It's going to finish a little bit right in the trees. Recovery for Kelly, that's smart. Just pitch it out. Set up for your next shot. Big forehand. There you go. Gets her out into the open. Ellen from the right side. This is a big Annie shot. And she gets out there nicely. Sarah with another forehand from the right side. She just wants out. And she's out. Ellen with her approach, forehand, slides it right under the basket. Sarah found her another little tree. She also with the forehand approach. And she's good as well, about 20 feet. Another half run for Kelly. That gets hung out a little bit left. She's got 22 feet to save her bogey. Little turbo putt from Sarah to save her bogey. And a great par for Ellen. Hole number 1 starts out a nice little warm-up hole, par 3, 290 feet downhill. Really no trouble unless you make trouble. Hole 1, Ellen took the box. She's going to throw a nice flex forehand out to the left, let it come back. Boom. Right under the basket. Almost aced it. Sarah's going to throw a little straighter forehand. She probably didn't turn it over as much as she wanted. That'll be circle's edge, but fine. Kelly throwing the backhand. And those eat up a lot of backhands. Right side, probably 60 feet still. Slides it up there to save her 3. More like 40 feet for Sarah. Leaves it a little short. Good run. Great bird from Ellen. Tap in par for Kelly and Sarah. Warm up is over. Hole number 2 is a long, hard par 3, 360 over the road between the trees, finishing right into a nice clearing. These guys can get to the green. Ellen winding up for a big forehand, trying to get across the road. Puts it out there right, and it just never comes back, but that'll be fine. Sarah going backhand. Really just want to get between the trees. She saws it off left. Kelly goes forehand, leaves it a little bit high. Good bit left. That'll make that second shot pretty tricky. Sarah with forehand, second shot, and gets it across the road. It'll make for an easy 4. Kelly from her knees gets out there. A little bit short right, should be circle's edge. Right in the middle for Ellen. Puts it right up there on the green. Forehand run, soft run for Sarah. Should be a tap in. Little tricky spot for Kelly, but she puts it up there. Really great par for Ellen. It's a tough hole. Kelly to clean up her bogey, and Sarah to clean up her bogey. Hole 3 is a small little S-curve that is tough to hit. I moved this basket probably 80 feet, and it went from 90% pars and birdies to 10%. It is a hard little hole. Ellen trying a forehand on this tricky little par 3. That's going to leave her short right, but should be a fine putt. It's common play on this hole. Go for the open area. Sarah also with a forehand. And saws it off right. And Kelly with a forehand. Little long, little strong, but got away with it. Just outside circle's edge, should be. It's a good finish. Sarah trying to recover from the woods. Tricky upshot, but great execution. Still outside of circle's edge, but from where she was, that's a good shot. Ellen with a long putt and drains it for a birdie. That was about a 65-footer. Kelly with a 40-footer, uphill, almost. Good run. And Sarah trying to clean up her par from 35, just short. Kelly cleans up her par, and Sarah cleans up her bogey. Hole 4 is 440 uphill to the right. It's par 3, but it is brutal. A high turnover or a strong forehand will get you there. Ellen on the big par 3. Nice forehand, just skates the trees on the right side and finishes on the edge of the fairway. She'll like that. Kelly Tucker. That will work as well. Hits the pole, but still should be an easy 3. Sarah. Wow, all 3 of them really just started that forehand right where they want to. Center of the fairway, great drive. Kelly with a forehand approach and leaves it high and sawed off right. It'll be a longer putt than she wanted from there, about 35 feet. Sarah with her forehand approach. Great shot. And Ellen, a little bit in the weeds, but smooths it up there. Kelly from 35, almost over the lip. Ellen taps in for par. Sarah sticking with the turbo. Banded. She'll have to settle for bogey. And Kelly as well. Hole 5 from the top position is smooth and it bends right to left, but then finishes dead straight for a long way. Narrow corridor. Ellen starting off forehand. That is a tough forehand. And she gets unlucky and cut rolls all the way through the woods and all the way to hole 4. I don't think I've ever seen that. Incredibly unlucky. Kelly also with a forehand off of this tee. Cut rolls a little bit to the right, but should be fine. Sarah with the backhand and early. Early left. None of them are going to like their second shots. That is incredibly hard where she is. And she got further than I thought she would. Great little tomahawk slider from Kelly. That was a smart play. Good shot. Roller from Sarah. Common from that upper left side of the fairway. And that will wrap around to the green, I believe. Kelly with a 40-footer. Just short. And Sarah Cunningham from Circle's Edge for her par. There you go. Good par. Ellen, I can't believe she got all the way through those woods and almost saved her par. That would have been an incredible save. Bogey for Kelly. And a bogey for Ellen. Hole 6, you finally get to air one out. 750 downhill. Most people go right as long as they can, long and strong. But 2 big shots will get you there for a 3. Sarah on the tee on the long par 4. Take the safe shot out to the right, and that'll be just fine. Ellen going forehand flex around the right side, trying to get that extra distance, and it just never comes out. Never comes back. Slides OB. Kelly backhand around the right side. And that's all you need. Second shot for Kelly. The big forehand. It's a great shot. Sarah with her second shot after her good drive. Big flex forehand, that downhill. And that'll be nice. Ellen from OB has got her work cut out. She saws that forehand off and finishes way right, but she got it down there a good ways. Kelly with her approach leaves it out nicely to the left. Slides right up in the circle. Good shot. Sarah's going to expect to be pretty close on this one. And she saws it off high right. Ellen with her approach, just try to salvage the hole. Hits the pole. Great approach. Almost got an unlucky roll away, but that's only 20 feet. She's fine. Sarah, great par. She's happy with that. Kelly with a little uphill finish. Salvage her par. And a bogey for Ellen from her OB, but they played that hole great. Hole 7 is our signature hole over the creek with the railroad in the background. 500 feet downhill, these guys can park it all day long. Creek's not really in play for them. Wide open green, but protected by trees on right and left. Hole 7 across the creek, Sarah going backhand, just really trying to put it in the middle. Right there. That's all you want. Kelly with a forehand, she can crush these. She puts it down there nicely. They really don't care about their first shot on this hole. As long as they get 250, 300 down the hill, that leaves them 200 to the basket. Ellen crushes a forehand, leaves a little bit right, but it doesn't matter. They should all be able to put these on the green. Kelly with a backhand approach. Comes in right to left and parked. Sarah coming left to right, forehand. Also parked. Great shot. And Ellen from the right side. Smooths a putter up there to 20 feet. Ellen taps in for her bird. Kelly for her bird. And Sarah ruins the star card with a turbo lip. She'll take her par. And hole 8. Hole 8 plays 455, starts in the woods, finishes uphill. It's really a technical first shot if you want an easy second shot. First shot is everything on this hole. Kelly's up first on the tough par 4. Just trying to put one out in the open. Right there, perfect shot. I think Ellen would like to do the same thing. Pulls it a little bit left, hits an early tree. Sarah, don't go long. That's beautiful. Great first shot. A little bit of recovery for Ellen, who's got to go short or long of the creek, but she better pick. Well, the tree decided for her. And now her third shot up the hill. Near perfect. That would have slid right up to the basket if she hadn't clipped that tree. Sarah with a forehand approach. Really just looking to hit the hill. Just like that, and it'll slide up. A little bit longer than she wanted, but she can make it. Kelly with her approach. About 250 from here. Circle's edge. Tough putt for Ellen. Right side, around a couple trees. Great, great, great save. That was a 60-footer to save her par. Kelly's putt for bird, just short. She'll be happy with a par. Sarah, a little bit short. Kelly taps in for her par. Sarah tapping in for her par. Hole 9 is a real easy 280 uphill. Just, you only mess it up if you mess it up. Everybody expects to get this one. Kelly up first on hole 9. Big forehand flex shot. Just a little bit high and right. Leave her 75 feet. Ellen, same shot, but turns it over nicely and gets just to the edge of the green. It's a good shot. Backhand for Sarah. Right up the middle, little bit left, hamstrung for her approach. About 20 feet for her par. Kelly, if she can get it up there. Oh, hits the flag on the basket, but luckily sits down. Ellen with a great run for bird, misses short right. Oh, Sarah misses her 20-footer. Ellen taps in for par. Kelly taps in for par, and Sarah will have to settle for bogey. Hole 10 is a little tricky. Starts uphill, finishes downhill. 320 feet. Everybody expects to get it, but if you don't play that downhill finish, then you're not going to be close to the basket. Kelly on number 10 puts it out to the left, wants to slide it down the hill to the basket, a little bit short. Ellen looks like she's going to try the same thing. That looks longer. Maybe left. Nope. Look at that. Rolls right past the basket. Little unlucky right there for it to get about 25 feet away, but it was a great shot. Sarah Cunningham. Flex forehand. Also looked good. A little bit short. Has a couple trees in her way. Kelly with an approach that was a little more aggressive than I expected, but sits down on the green. Sarah smooths it up there. Ellen for her birdie putt. It's a little farther than she deserved. Lips out on the right side. Great par save from Sarah. Let's see if Kelly can do the same. Oh yeah. And they all three settle for pars. Hole 11 is the hardest hole probably on the course. 580, first 300 are out of the woods, the second 300 about are in the woods with some technical turns, drop off green. All right, Kelly up first on the tough par 4. She just wants it somewhere in the middle and in the open. That's a great shot. A little bit left, but she'll be fine. Big S curve for Ellen. Leaves it left again. Never faded. Sarah puts the forehand right in the middle. Scooches a little right, but that'll suit her forehand next shot. Ellen for her second shot doesn't try to do too much. Just gets it down the fairway in the middle. Smart shot. Sarah is going to try to do plenty here with that position. Scoots a little right into the ditch, but got down there nicely. Should be fine. Kelly with the same right to left and just drags it in the trees on the left. Ellen center cut. Great approach. Right side of the green came in a little hot on that downhill green. Kelly trying to get out of the woods. Not quite. Should try again to just get down there to the green. And that's perfect. Sarah, is she gonna run it? Maybe a half run. Should be fine. 35 footer for Ellen. Shorts it a little bit. Kelly taps in for her bogey. Sarah turbos in for her par. And a bogey for Ellen. Hole 12 is pretty straightforward, short uphill that we've affectionately dubbed Medusa because of the sprawling tree right there in front of the basket. So you got to leave it on the outside right or you will get hamstrung by Medusa. Sarah leads us off on 12. Just right up the middle is all she wants. She pulled it maybe? She got away with it. Just inside circle's edge. Kelly also with a backhand. Really just perfect. Up the middle. She got a little rob there on the skip. But she'll have a nice putt. Forehand by Ellen, left it low. She'll have to go around Medusa from about 90 feet. Good approach. Forehand wrap around for Kelly. Almost, just short, but a great run. Let's see if Sarah can get her bird. Oh yeah, great birdie from Sarah. Tap in par for Ellen and Kelly. A good hole. 13 is a short forehand hole. Finishes a little bit downhill to the right. I like to throw it backhand, but most people throw forehand here. 260 feet, par 3. All right, hole 13, Sarah Cunningham. A little flick shot. Just needs it to turn and hold just barely early, catches the last tree on the right, otherwise it would have been parked. Kelly also with the forehand. That looks nice. Come out, flare around the corner, just outside circle's edge. Ellen pulls it to the left, but there's a cheat route there, and she took it. She made it all the way down to the left of that tree onto the green. It's a good shot. Little tomahawk slider approach from Sarah. Smart shot. Almost a birdie for Kelly. Great run. Great drive here by Ellen. Using the local route for a bird. Sarah Cunningham finishing off her par. And Kelly tapping in for her par. Hole 14 is our island hole. 180 feet downhill. You gotta make the island or you gotta go to the drop zone. So this is a touchy little shot that is really not easy to leave on the green. Ellen leads off the island hole after that nice bird. Just gonna go with a forehand. It's a little hot, a little long, caught by the tree. Sarah Cunningham with her forehand. Oh, high and right is no bueno. OB off the island. Kelly. And tags the first tree, also OB. They'll both have a 40-footer from the drop zone. Sarah lips, almost saved her par. Kelly trying to save her par. Also just short, they'll both have to settle for bogey. Ellen with a good bird, takes advantage of the tree save. And Kelly and Sarah tap in. Hole 15 from the back pin location is a long right hand curving swooping shot that has a little bit of trees for tunnel. It's only 285, but I swear it plays 325. Ellen leading off, forehand roller on 15. It's a neat approach on that hole. Sarah throwing backhand, trying to keep it around the right. Stays in the middle. Hits a tree but kicks into the fairway. Kelly also trying to go backhand around the right side. Also leaves it in the middle, but does not get the tree kick. She gets to tomahawk around. A little bit right, but a good shot. Sarah just flicking it around the trees. A good layup. Long birdie try for Ellen from her forehand roller. Almost. Kelly to save her par. Lips out, unlucky. And Sarah trying to save her par. It's a good save. Kelly cleaning up her bogey. Ellen tapping in for par. Hole 16 has Amanda to the left of that first tree with a tilted tree on the left. Creek on the left, OB. Only 195 feet, but you gotta make the gap. Ellen up first on 16. Just wanting to smooth it. No, that's safe. It's out to the right. 45-footer, but there's no danger. Forehand for Sarah. That's a tough forehand. Ooh, early tree and kicks OB. Backhand for Kelly. Ooh, hits the left side tree, but gets a fortunate sit down. Most of those go OB. Third shot for Sarah after her out of bounds. Just a smooth forehand approach, and she saws it off a little bit to the right. It's going to be circle's edge. Also a forehand flex for Kelly. And that was beautiful. Slides right up to the basket. Birdie try for Ellen. Just short. Bogey attempt for Sarah after going OB. And just short left. Tap in par for Kelly. Turbo double bogey for Sarah. And a set in for Ellen.